They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the Outlet Pass Podcast, episode 21. I am your resident JT McConnell, the homie's homie. More importantly, my real name, Justin DiVirgilio, in the bedroom studio with my co-host in person for the first time in a while, Dante Parentozzi. What's up, Don? How you feeling?
What's good, Dirt? How's it going?
It's going well. It's Friday, so
Cash's pizza in our stomachs.
You gotta be happy.
Not complaining.
Gotta be. I had enough time till more into the Sixers lost. Kind of, my heart's a little black and cold, but what are you gonna do, man?
Very sick about it.
Just gotta wait until October for meaningful Sixers basketball again. But you know us, we'll watch the Summer League and we'll watch preseason.
Summer League, preseason, the draft. We'll be into everything Sixers possible, free agency. It's very frustrating, obviously. We expected more from this current Sixers team. I'm really unsure if we're going to see that Sixers team in October. I'd love to see some of them, but money's a big deal. What do you think?
Money's what runs the NBA, and we're potting now on Friday, so 5 days after the loss, right? Which is basically like 2 weeks in internet time, because this is going to get lost in the ocean that is the internet, this podcast, as it does. But it's cool. Doesn't matter. I mean, just stating the blatant obvious, at least that's how I see it. But I want to just talk about like the human emotions. Now, like, I had time to feel the shot and the devastation, like the disappointment, and then to process it afterwards. No pun intended.
Ooh. I think when Toronto wins a game, that's gonna sit really shit in my stomach.
In the Eastern Conference Finals, you're saying?
Yeah, because I really feel like we should be there. I really feel like we were the better team. The series should have not have gone 7 games, and
so it should have went 6. Because they should have got Game 4.
Yeah.
Missing out.
Game 4 was so pivotal for the entire series. I thought it could have went 6. I thought it would have been fine. Sixers were a better team. Bucks are going to put them in the dirt. I'm happy that I know that for a fact, because they just can't match up as well. But now we're here talking about the Sixers, who lost in 7. I'm sick about it. The shot was heard around the world. Like I said, we're going to see it for the next 5 years, at least. Drake might even make a song, or what was he going to do? Did you see that?
What's he doing?
He's going to use that picture as an album cover, or like a one
song cover.
Song cover.
That makes sense.
Just trying to clown a little bit, but he knows that's still
trying to stay
always relevant
in the news. Sadly, I love Drake, but I hate that he does that.
He does. He's always he knows how to make a dollar. He's always on the screen. We always see him, but
yeah,
he was.
I wish he wouldn't make a dollar at the expense of my team.
Did you see what he did? He wore some Sixers stuff.
Yeah, the Drake curse.
The curse.
Air quotes. That's another way that he, makes himself talked about. I don't think he does it on purpose. Somebody says it and then he runs with it.
Oh yeah.
Like if a fan or fans do it, then he'll run with it, which is fine.
But I'm not running with the Raptors. I don't vibe with them. They're not that good of a team. They're really not. Kawhi's a great player.
That's the thing. Yeah. When the shot happened, just real quick, I was at Xfinity with a bunch of people in that scene, and that's far from me. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm at the crib.
I was shocked. Usually you're in your bag at home. You're watching the game.
I'm yelling at the TV, getting hype, but I decided to go out because I wanted to hang out with some friends. And I was like, all right, cool, we'll go out, whatever. It's right down the block anyway. Big TVs. The only bad part, we had to stand until the Sixers lost on that shot. And when that happened, the shot went in. obviously I had to wait like what felt like eternity for it to go in.
Oh my God! Everyone was like sitting there.
Yeah, and I immediately just walked outside because I was not going to be around a bunch of negative people who I feel aren't either one as smart as me when it comes to basketball and the Sixers and as passionate as me. So I just left and I just went outside to feel it and just be baffled alone.
That baffled is a great word to use for how Game 7 went, because you're looking afterwards and what did you think? We were a better squad. We were a better squad.
Well, we went on the better run, but the Raptors, like when it was time for punch, the Raptors were able to take it and then hit the Sixers back. That's basically what it was.
I mean, it comes down to experience.
And rebounding.
And rebounding. We out-rebounded them by a ton the whole series besides that last game.
It was just a lot of not boxing out. There's a lot of guys like going at like moths to the ball, all converging around it, and then the Raptors having room to run in and hound them over the top or just grab it.
And that's not really us as Sixers. That's why it was very unfortunate. We were the better squad. Some stuff like that happens. I mean, that anybody can win on any given day. And Kawhi Leonard is a Finals MVP. You know,
you are correct.
We don't have guys that have that much experience in the playoffs on our squad, to be real. None of them have really been on that stage at all. Redick's been to a couple Game 7s, but how meaningful were those Game 7s? You know,
Redick went to the finals.
Redick went to the finals?
With the Magic.
With the Magic, he did. He did.
So he was...
Got busted by Kobe, but, I mean, I guess he got there.
Who hasn't been busted by Kobe?
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah, he got there. We didn't have a lot of experience, but that's the thing. Is, like, that's why I decided to walk out when I was there, because I didn't want to feel the Negadelphia attitude.
Then bringing it out.
Go into my energy, because this team only played 30 games together.
Did you feel that negative energy once people were around? I felt like people were like just shocked, and it was just like that shot. I got no words. I had no words for people. They were like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do I think? You just saw the same shit that I saw. Like that was nuts."
I don't have a thought yet.
Yeah,
I can't process that quick. I felt negative because it's just like it's the immediate. Oh, dude, of course us. Or that pity thing, or of course the NBA's fixed. Like, dog, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Name me another time that something like that happened.
Yeah, we lost that game. Could have won it. They stole it more than we lost it, but
I don't know.
Really?
You can't have
with all those offensive boards.
3 shot clock violations into the fourth quarter.
That's frustrating.
Of the game.
But we lost it then. Jimmy Butler can't take. We did the shot clock violation, the one he chucked up and. What, he not even hit rim?
Yeah.
Or like it was just
got
such an
blocked by
ill-advised.
One of them.
It was a frustrating like minute and a half before they got their bearings together. But Kawhi's been there before.
And he was the only one that they were gonna have take that shot. They were looking at
nobody else was touching that ball.
They were like, "Yo, you," and everybody was treating it like the ball was Ebola or AIDS or whatever. They didn't want it. They wanted to give it to Kawhi, and here. You shoot.
Did you realize Kawhi wasn't getting covered by Ben till the last possession because Ben had 5 fouls?
Yeah. It
happens.
It's on him, though, I guess.
For getting 5 fouls?
Yeah.
I mean, some of those were frustrating.
Some ticky-tack fouls. The one on one that he charged Lowry, didn't charge him.
He did not.
Lowry just had his arm around his hip, and he tackled him with him and fell. He got fell on. So that's what they called. What else was really Oh, minus 12 without Embiid on the floor in 3 minutes.
Yeah, in 2.5 minutes or something.
That's awful.
That is sad, and we need to back up center. Me and John were talking about it, and I said, "Well, there's really not that many good backup centers out there." He said, "Don." He said, "Boban, Amir Johnson, Jonah Boldick, kinda. We could find a better backup center than those people."
So here's some free agent bigs.
Hit me with it.
Dwayne Dedman, former Sixer. Kyle O'Quinn, New Orleans Noel, former Sixer. Ed Davis, Kevon Looney, Robin Lopez, Noah Vonleh.
Who's affordable? We were looking at Noah Vonleh before. Who's affordable, though?
They're all affordable. These are all bench guys. What are you talking about?
But Davis is going to demand a little bit of a dollar because he
all right,
can.
then
He
cool.
can.
I'll knock off Ed Davis. He's in his 30s anyway.
You take Noah Vonleh? I think I'll be. We were connected with him before him. We actually wanted him when he was on the Knicks.
I'd take Noah Vonleh or Dwayne Dedmon.
Where's Noah Vonleh these days?
The Knicks.
Still the Knicks?
He was on the Knicks. He's a free agent now because the Knicks were done a month and a half ago.
Who would you take?
Dwayne Dedmon. He was an improved three-point shooter this year in Atlanta.
Why don't we? When did we get him? When did we have him?
Process era. When they really sucked and they got rid of him.
That's the best we could do on the market.
Somebody tweeted those were the 7 best free agent bigs that are affordable.
How about any power forward guys?
It's at bigs. I'm just basing off what I saw on that pick.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because the Sixers have to improve their bench. Because
they do.
The whole team may look completely different besides the 2 guys, the 2 cornerstones, the 2 pillars.
You feel that way?
It might.
I think Redick is going to express his interest to stay. Mike Scott has expressed his interest to stay.
But as the situation is right now, you have to have that possibility in your head too. You feel like these people will stay, like JJ Redick, Mike Scott. Who else you say? Is that it?
That's the 2 that would stay.
We're connected to JJ because he's been here for 2 years and he's had his best shooting seasons in Philly. That's because of Embiid and rule changes and shit like that. And then Mike Scott. We know why we're attached to Mike Scott. I know I am because let's see.
Cool.
Here it is. Mike Scott right here.
I ain't no bitch.
And the media would laugh, and that was exit interview day. So we're attached to Mike Scott emotionally.
Serve too's got that love for him.
Serve Matt, Mike Scott. You want him to stay, right? Because you like him.
Yeah,
more as a player, and you like his attitude.
Right.
He showed love back. So there's a thing.
We got a lot of dollars to give out, though.
Exactly. It's a possibility that the whole team may be different. Like I said, everybody, they're adults. They're going to make the decision whatever they want to make.
Because look at all the money we got to shell out, right? Ben Simmons is going to be getting an extension soon, and he's going to want buckets because that's what you got to do to pay Ben Simmons. Jimmy Butler obviously believes he can get a max anywhere he goes. Tobias Harris probably believes he deserves a max or something close to it. And obviously, we already have a good money in Joel. There goes the play on the replay. That's sickening. Oh my God!
What, the Kawhi shot?
They just took it's already in a commercial.
That's on for an NBA commercial. So.
Wow, they're really pushing.
Yeah, because we got dual monitors going as well.
But sorry about that.
Cool.
Having all those guys, it's going to cost a lot of money, and in order to keep a bench together, how much money can you really put on a bench?
Gotta get creative. Elton Brand has to make a call to the Novacare complex and be like, "Yo, Howie, you do this in football. How can I do this here in the NBA?
Let us know.
Might have to get some tips."
So,
or you could look at the Golden State Warriors, even though their bench has been depleted in recent years with KD, but they had a top heavy 3, but they were able to keep guys like
Livingston, Iggy,
these guys happy.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to some long talks. I feel like this is the break time maybe for everybody. A couple weeks, they'll chill. The draft is the end of June, after the finals, and then it's right back into it. So,
all these guys are gonna have to keep. I think they're gonna take short 2 weeks, like you said, 2-3 weeks, and then get right in it.
Yeah, you got to detox.
Ben's got to get in it, man. He's got to really work on his shot. You saw he's playing for the Boomers for Australia.
Oh, really?
For FIBA. Yeah, he came out and said he's going to play, so that'll be good.
I hope
hopefully
they have
take
that on
some shots.
NBA TV.
Yeah, it'll be on FIBA for sure.
All right, I got to watch that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. He's representing Australia, which is cool.
Yeah.
Have you been following what they've been talking about? Colin Cowherd's been doing it a lot.
What's he been saying?
He's been slowly dripping some Ben Simmons trade talks, or trade Joel, work around Ben, or whatever.
Yeah, I seen that. From Colin Cowherd Light on First Take, basically Max Kellerman. Even though I do enjoy both at times, they have been pumping that. And I was talking about this at work with some people. I was like, you have to. if you want to, because you can, why not? You can explore the ability of trading Ben Simmons if you want to. I would explore it just to see what you could get, because I think you hold Ben in such a high regard. And the thing is, I've been saying it. I said that he needs a post game to improve his game. I think he just needs much more simpler than that. You need like 2 or 3 go-to moves that you're comfortable doing on offense. Then I think it's going to open up even more. Like, it's slowly a grind. It's a transformation of a player. Like, it's only his 3rd year, and he's getting like so heavily criticized.
So much criticism. I mean, a lot of people expect a ton out of him.
I think it's because of the names he's been associated with.
Yeah. Who branded that? He didn't do it. They never do it. The player really often doesn't really get involved like that to say, I'm the next whatever. Or they're putting me in this vein. But
because they're focused on basketball.
Yeah. Ben is that type of guy, too. He gives that off in terms of how he responds to shit. It's very stoic, like you said, doesn't give you much. And people are obviously annoyed by that. You know, then the whole people that like Donovan Mitchell obviously sided with him. And
that was a fun beef.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I like Donovan Mitchell now, so I'm cool with it. But
you have to say that every time.
I have to cover my bases because I was a real big hater of him. But people were saying with Ben, without a big guy like Joel, he's probably averaging 22 and 10.
And he averaged 18 and 9. So like, I get there's a little jump, but
you don't think that's a big difference?
No. Rebounding is rebounding. We obviously seen he's 6'10". He should be averaging 10 rebounds before Russell Westbrook averaged 10 rebounds, correct? In just like simple basic line thinking.
Yes, but then you have to think of Russell Westbrook, #why not? And you know that's not how that works with Russell Westbrook.
And because he has he's revealed to have a higher motor than Ben Simmons. Just he's a lot more intense. He's very vocal on the court. He's emotional. Ben is not, right?
Will he ever?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, though. I feel like he's probably been playing like that his whole life. And like he's got to where he's gone. He is now because of that. But rebounding is effort, too. Just like defense, it's effort. You just got to be around the ball. That's why Jimmy's such a good offensive rebounder. But all you got to do is be around the ball. That's on you. And then on offense, you have the ball majority of the time. You were made a point guard by Brett Brown when people said you weren't a point guard. And you're not a point guard. Like, stereotypically, like, just looking at you, your game, you don't have multiple levels of scoring. Like, you're not a point guard to most people, but you were given that chance, so you have the ball more often. Then the scoring is on you.
Yeah, he needs to give me something more in the offensive end. I'm really going into his 3rd year of playing, you know, I can only start apologizing so much. He's got to not turn a new leaf because Ben Simmons is still Ben Simmons, and what we get right now is great. But we need better than great.
I think he just needs to soup up the car. He needs to soup it up.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice car now.
You want more muscles on the car?
Pause. Like, you're about to talk about Ben Simmons' muscles and
But
shit.
nah, you want him to get bigger? Or are you cool with his size?
He could probably use some more weight because if he's going to bang down low or he's going to want to be able to take contact better and just add some muscle.
Yeah.
Why not?
How many guys do you know with muscle could shoot the ball?
None. Like ripped for real? None.
Like Steph Curry has some spaghetti arms, homie.
He's also 6'4", but yeah.
But true, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he's got he's just all long arms.
Mm-hmm.
They go down long, but they're skinny as hell.
Since we're talking about shooting, of course he was questioned by none other than Philadelphia reporter Howard Eskin, Ben Simmons I'm talking about. And I got the clip right here.
I hate him.
You like Spike though? His son?
His son's okay.
I like Spike more than Howard. But
Howard
clip.
Howard made his bones.
How are you going to work on it?
Repetition.
Speaking of his jump shot.
Has that happened this year? And it doesn't. You took 5 shots last night. Do you think in this situation with this team and who you are, you need more than 5 shots and some of them have to be from the perimeter?
Yeah.
But shut up.
Yeah.
You could break that
How
down.
you gonna do that?
He doesn't have to take jump shots.
How am I gonna do
more than
what?
5 shots.
Shoot more from the perimeter. You know, the coach, Brett Brown, said during the season, Ben, take more shots.
Yeah.
And I
That's
think
a
you
good
took
point,
one
right?
after he said it. I think you took a 3. And you didn't make any big deal out of it. You just said you did it. Do you think, with the coach wanting you to do that, that you also...
I think it's just making a point of emphasis in terms of just being more aggressive. I don't think it's just taking shots just to take them. I think it's just being aggressive and doing my job. So I don't think it's any certain shot. But when you give me the ball, I'm able to make plays. It's important.
So that's Ben Simmons on Monday in the exit interviews to Howard Eskin. Now, Howard Eskin is representing the basic person who knows about Ben Simmons, saying he needs a jump shot because when you don't take jump shots, it's weird because the NBA and basketball is like you need a jump shot,
Yep.
right? Which is cool, fine. But then he kept asking, and Ben was just giving him the cliche answer. What else is he going to tell you?
I mean, I would respond just like that if I was Ben, because like
Either he's not going to tell you his real answer, or he doesn't want to answer it.
like why are you gonna follow up? Oh, I took 5 shots by saying you think some of them should have been perimeter shots.
When I haven't,
And again,
shot
yeah, come on,
any-
bro. He hasn't shot any in a minute.
Why would you shoot a perimeter shot when not shooting it in Game 7 when probably if Ben Simmons took 100 shots, he's probably shooting like low 30s or like mid to high 20s.
Yeah,
That's realistic if he takes 100 shots.
mm-hmm.
Like that's not even bad.
So it's not, but it's like not.
That's bad, but
It's not worth doing in this current moment. So like for him to ask that, that's just like a little stab in the gut. Like why are you gonna leave a bad taste in his mouth? I mean that's what he does with a lot of players, obviously, but still, it's a little close to, you know, the Game 7 loss on Monday to ask him that type of question. But you know, hopefully Ben comes back with some more action in his game.
yeah, the exit interviews were interesting. There's a bunch covered.
Who just
There's-
like
I like Mike Scott's, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, I want him to come back. There was we were talking about uncertainty earlier. I wish I remember what we were talking about. But Brett Brown's job secure. So,
Yeah. That's good.
I'm happy.
He deserves this year. If he could keep some guys together, this will be his year to figure out if it's actually he's the guy or not.
Yeah, I think this is like a make or break year, depending on how they lose this year, or if they make it to the conference finals this time. Even though I think 2026ers are winning the finals, I've been saying this since 2016, and I don't have it recorded for you to know, so you just gotta believe me. But people know me that no, I've been saying it. But he's secure, and I said, like, people wanted him fired, like legit, and I was like, I said, if you cupcakes think the way Isaiah Thomas and DeMar DeRozan were traded, then the firing Brett Brown after a loss like that, you're heartless.
Heartless.
And I'm not even a person like, oh, you got to be connected to him. I just think it makes sense. Like basically the Sixers did this. They didn't do it exactly like this. I'm being a little ignorant and exaggerating the way I think he got hired. They're gonna be like, they said this. We really like you as a coach. You learned how to pop, great. San Antonio, all things great. You went to the finals multiple times. You learned a lot. You know what you're doing. You coached in Australia. This is our idea. It's kind of crazy. Wade's kind of crazy. So don't say anything. We're going to suck for like 3-4 years, right? Right? We're going to have the worst people you've never heard of.
The worst.
And then there's this one guy we drafted, Joel Embiid, went to Kansas. You've seen him. He only played like not a lot of games and he got hurt. And he's not really grown into his body. He's got a lot of bad injuries, a back and a foot as a 7-footer. Not ideal, right? Like not
ideal.
You still, it sounds like, by the look of your face, you don't want to take this job right now. But hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. But when he gets healthy, he's a transcendent talent, and he's compared to the all-time greats in his first year. And in his first year, he only played 30 games. Well, afterwards, he only played 30 games, was one of the most efficient players. Ready? So we got him. He changes everything. Then we got this other guy, Dario Saric, right? Yeah, and Howard Eskin doesn't think he's coming over, but he is. But you got to wait.
Gotta wait.
And then just Robert Covington. This guy wasn't supposed to be in the league, but he grinded. Like, and then now when we're good, all you had to do is sit through shit to be good. And then it's like he sat through like a whole college degree term, like 4 years of being awful. And then once you get a 251 seasons and don't make it to the NBA Finals,
People are coming for his head.
we're gonna fire you. What?
Yeah. That didn't make sense, right? So that's why I think that comes from Josh Harris to not fire him, right? EB, I really don't see has a say in that. He don't, right? Because Brett Brown's been there. I still think Brett Brown has some decisions when it comes to GM decisions being made and who he wants on his team. Because if you ever want to give this guy a chance, you got to give him a decision. You know,
a decision of.
I mean, help him get guys. Like, you know, when he wants this talent to come to Philly
direction. Okay.
and at this destination, yeah, he wants to be able to say, I want to take that Jimmy approach. I'm cool with bringing on Jimmy.
Yeah.
Because if I have to pick one of the two, I think at least Jimmy in the playoffs, it shows you it's him over Tobias.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's fair. I mean, that's just what it is.
And even though Jimmy brings his problems, I think, like he said it in his exit interview, but like it may sound bad, but it always comes from the right place.
Yeah. I mean, his plus, I mean, like if I had to do like a plus minus on like his problems in his game,
so
his
let's
game
do it.
outweighs.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So his game, he can play backup point guard, which is important, and he can be a star wing scorer. He can take over the fourth quarter for you, and that's also a problem. Is sometimes people feel he takes off games until the fourth quarter. So you have those three, plays defense. He'll dive for loose balls. He really cares. He wants to win. And then what are the minuses? He'll get into arguments with the coach.
That mouth.
What else? Is that the
I mean,
only
that's
one?
like he drives a minivan. That ain't no problems.
No, that's such a great idea. You know the reason behind that? He just doesn't want nobody to know he's
Smooth
cruising.
operator, yeah. Just in
So
his
we had-
bag with his dark. Yeah, I mean, the positives obviously outweigh the negatives, right? So it's a
Right,
no-brainer to a lot of us as fans.
And
you
the
know,
thing
it's a lot of
is-
money, though.
That's true. The thing is, well, it's also not ours. The thing is with Jimmy having spats with Brett Brown is that he only had two other coaches before Brett Brown. He had Tom Thibodeau and Fred Hoiberg.
Oh, yeah. But he didn't agree with some of the defensive assignments that Brett was doing. That was the problem, right?
Which is fine because Brett Brown knows basketball and Jimmy knows basketball because he played it. Why can't people, that's part of the job. You have to come up with ideas that make the most sense for the construct of the team. So I think the way you are scheming us is not good. Statistically, it'll show it wasn't good. And just the way you feel. I'm on the court, so I could tell.
Yeah, from
just
the
like
feel.
you can. So, it makes sense. You should be able to have a healthy back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think it's good because obviously Jimmy, if he's here or gone, because people are freaking out that he's gone already because he posted on Instagram last night, thank you to Philly and the fans, even though Embiid thanked Philly and the fans and Ben did on Monday or Tuesday. But I think it's weird because he's not signed here. But why can't he say thank you just in case he leaves or just in case he's not on social media?
Well, we also heard teams wanting him,
But we know that.
like the Brooklyn Nets potentially. So,
But we know that.
yeah, we know that. But, I mean, it's just going to be in our ear for a while, and I won't say much till I see his contract.
I hear you. And Jimmy, either way, Jimmy leaving or staying, if he leaves or stays, he still made an incredible impact on the Sixers this year to Brett Brown probably as a coach, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons as players, and just the mentality.
But you're totally okay with losing Dario and Covington for 45 games?
Yeah. I was fine. I was fine with it all season. Why wouldn't I be?
But
This season was a crazy ride.
But there's, I guess
so
it was.
hindsight's 2020.
But now you don't have two guys on your team for a decent dollar.
Well, Dario's a free agent.
Dario's a free agent?
I believe so.
Are you sure?
Or they picked up his option, so he has one more year.
Oh.
But they're gonna have to.
He would have came back. He had no problems.
I think Dario would have came back for
Yeah,
sure. He
yeah.
loved it here. And
Yeah.
everybody loved Dario. People just loved the homie. I love the homie.
He started out the season like crap, not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely started out like crap.
But he was trying to get through. He's grinding.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what happens.
Got to grind.
And Cov, yeah, I still don't regret it. Even hindsight, looking back, I don't regret it because I don't think with that team, unless we made other moves, but those guys would have had to go because the first two aren't going, and J.J. Redick isn't going just because he is imperative to Ben Simmons and Embiid.
Yeah.
All three of them really work well.
Yeah.
So those two had to go because Robert Covington you can place him anywhere. And same thing with Dario. I feel like those guys can play on any team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying J.J. Redick can't, but just pairing him with the right guy.
Right.
Or the right people to get him the ball. And he moves incredible without the ball. You just got to have guys who set solid screens and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm fine with it.
We have to look for players like Dario and Covington in free agency.
Just more athletic and guys that can do multiple skills. So they can dribble, they can maybe create a little bit, they can shoot, they can defend, they can rebound.
Like James Ennis. Loved him.
Yeah. James Ennis, I think he's gone, to be honest.
Probably. But big game. Oh, wait. All over Instagram. Do you see him always commenting he does like the eye emojis on like everybody's stuff. He's always commenting. But I did like him. I thought he was
playoff Ennis. He was really
he impacted it when he got in the game. So I was
the up fake was crazy. The up fake, he literally like would hold it up. His up fake was nuts. Yeah, I can see him going, but I would like to have him. He did well. So where do the Sixers go from here? What's the focus? Even the week after they lose, but we won't find out I think until close to the draft time. What we're gonna do, what the Sixers will do.
In terms of the draft, I expect us to get a guard. Definitely, don't you think? Going for a guard.
Yes, I need a guard. I need a guard who can do multiple things.
Because we also don't know. I know this is kind of corny and obviously is not of high value to a lot of people, but TJ did play a good amount of backup point guard during the regular season, and he might not be back next year. There's potentially a door open there still with the Sixers because he does like Philly, and it might come at the right price for both of them. But he probably has other suitors. People like what he brings to the table as a teammate. He's at this point a veteran.
The effort he puts in.
Yeah, so that's infectious for people. One thing you can't knock is Brett Brown's locker room, and I think a lot of that is due to somebody like TJ in it. So they built a culture in Philly, so he could potentially stay, but we do need a guard from the draft, and then we'll see them get a 5 in free agency. It might not be a great 5, but obviously the main focus, biggest priority, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I would say so. I think Jimmy Butler's a big priority. Tobias Harris at the right price.
At the right price.
A backup point guard who can do multiple things, play defense, run pick and roll. I think the Sixers should tweak their offense to more pick and rolls next year, just a little bit.
Jimmy wants more pick and roll.
I mean, that's what he works in. He surveys the floor and he finds the cracks, and he has a quicker first step than a lot of guys. So, and the good part about the bench is that it's uncertain because there's a lot of free agents, but we have cheap possible replacements we're going to find out in Summer League and preseason. If Jonah Bolden makes a step again, if Zaire Smith actually gets to play.
What do we expect from him? What do you expect? He's going to have to play Summer League.
Jonah Bolden?
Zaire Smith.
Yeah, I expect him to play decent defense and hit a couple threes a game.
Not the greatest pick. I mean, things happen. I'm not going to include that, but I never saw how it all fit in the scheme of what the Sixers want.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
You don't know.
You
Let's
don't
see.
know.
Oh, and Shake Milton possibly.
Yeah, they got to make sure he
They're
plays.
going to give them looks for real. I think they'll give them decent looks, the benefit of the doubt. I think Jonah's definitely in the rotation next year.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
I hope so. I mean, I have no problem with him when he's hitting his threes and he's on.
I think he could play 4. He could play more stretch 4.
Yeah.
Just because, or how to put weight on, or how to learn how to not foul. But yeah,
he can't. Yeah, he fouls way too much.
Yeah, that's enough. I think the Sixers now talking about all this other stuff's kind of just draining me. I don't feel like can't get into this anymore. And then this is even more upsetting. The Eastern Conference Finals started. Woohoo! I guess the Bucks and Raptors. Bucks took Game 1. Game 2 is tonight as we're recording on this Friday, May 17th. And
let's go Bucks.
Yeah, let's go Bucks. Let's go Giannis, even though you travel and carry.
Even though you travel and carry.
All the time. It's crazy how much he does it.
No one's going to say anything.
Yeah, I wish they would.
Highlight reel, boy.
That's also a thing with the Kawhi shot. He traveled.
He did travel when he got the ball.
Yeah, he took a hop step and then took more steps and then dribbled, which is so crazy. He was right in front of the ref. But that's ain't that funny? How
You got to bite the whistle in those last 10 seconds. You can't blow a whistle as a
if
referee.
you run with the basketball.
That should have been yeah. But I mean, did you really realize it when you were watching it live?
No, I didn't.
No, they probably didn't either.
I was lost in the 4.9 seconds.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to get a shot off. But,
Sickening.
But I'm a fan. I'm not supposed to be paying attention to that like that.
Yeah.
You're right there. That's your job. You're supposed to put your referee blinders on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because the Raptors complained about Game 1, Giannis walking, like traveling. I said,
We'll get used to that in Game 2 because they'll probably do it again.
Yeah, but
Brook Lopez won't drop points like that, though. That was crazy.
29, his playoff career high. But I was like, ain't that some shit? Like, you guys just won off of traveling, basically.
Yep.
But it's neither here nor there. I hate that shot. I hate that. Of course, Toronto. Now, I never want them to go to the finals. I was pulling for them last year to get past LeBron. No, I don't want them to. I want them to lose. I want them to get swept.
I want them to get swept. I don't know if they will get swept, but
I'm not listening to Drake because Toronto, the Raptors.
But yeah, no Drake right now.
For sure.
Not with the Raptors shit. The Kawhi Raptors. It's basically Kawhi squad, only Kawhi squad. When he goes this summer, I'm going to be very happy. So that's one less team in the East. Because they become irrelevant as shit as soon as he leaves. Kyle Lowry as your best player will not win you a playoff game.
Wow.
A playoff game.
I don't think Lowry's the best player after Kawhi.
You think Siakam's better than him
Yeah,
already?
even though he doesn't have a left hand, yeah, I think so. Just because he's more suited for the game. He gets away with his little foul calls and just his moves. Yeah, I think so. I think he'll make another jump. He's probably going to win Most Improved Player.
I hope he does. I have no problem with him. I've never had any issues with him as a Raptor. I'm okay with him. If he has a good career, I'll be okay with that. Spicy P.
Spicy P. Did you watch the game 1 of the finals, Eastern Conference Finals?
Some of it.
I was working. I caught the slight end of it.
I'm sick of it though. I don't even know if I want to watch the series.
Their series.
Yeah.
Watch the West. Yeah.
I'm watching the West.
Yeah.
No problem watching the. I can't watch the East. I can't.
Eyes light up. I'm watching the West.
Yeah.
I gotta be entertained. Yeah, I hear you. I'm still gonna watch just because I'll pity watch or just like hate watch in a way, like because I want to stay, like I want to see what happens in the series.
I'm also curious though, like watching this Warriors Portland series. I'm like, yo, is Portland better than both teams in the East? Like I feel that way when I watch like a whole series of both squads. I'm like, I would put my money on Portland
Over
the Bucks. Yeah, I'm okay with saying that totally.
Okay. All right, where do you get that from?
I love the guard play from Portland, man. I really love it, and I really think when Zach Collins and Rodney Hood, their supporting cast, are playing well, Seth Curry's hitting a couple shots, and his Cantor's getting boards, they can bring a lot. There's only so much of a kitchen sink that the Bucks and Toronto can throw at you. Toronto can't throw shit at you besides one man, basically. And I mean, they got us. We played to their game, and that's why we lost. You know, but they're gonna play the Bucks game. They can only play with the Bucks in this series.
Having the biggest big time player helps in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
I think I don't know. The Bucks are really like they have their formula set out. Like I think they may be too big for Portland if it winds up that finals, even though that's probably not going to happen.
That is not going to happen.
It's insert Warriors every year.
Yeah, Warriors and blank, whoever that may be. For years it was obviously the Cavs, and we used to love it. I mean, I loved it. I love seeing Brown on the other side, but then we're going to have the Warriors, and the Warriors are going to win, and then finally after that we see something finally break up, hopefully. But
yeah,
up till now, this is still their year.
I'm usually the respectful guy. Like if the team beats my team, I wouldn't mind seeing them win the finals. I don't want to see the Raptors win the finals.
I don't think they were a better team. That's why it's such a bad taste. That's why, because we were the better team. I actually believe that. We put ourselves in situations that we shouldn't have been in.
Yeah, I think that the third version of the Sixers team is the best one.
Yeah,
that's what. All right. Game 2's tonight. We'll see if the Raptors. The Bucks again.
Hey, Bucks
I think
boy.
They're probably covering too. Like they're not covering. They probably have like the spread. I don't know. I don't know gambling terms. I just like to read Vegas because like Vegas is usually right.
They usually know who's going to win the game.
-6.5 Milwaukee.
Wow, that's a big one.
All right, so this is the first punch in. We're just gonna punch in from where we left off. We were talking about the Raptors and the Bucks. We're not really interested in that series.
We are not. Give me some Warriors, Blazers, good humor, good basketball. You know, Seth and Steph going at it. Their little antics is a little more exciting in my opinion. Watching Sonya, very exciting. She's a baddie.
Wait, who?
Steph's mom.
That's his mom's name?
Yo, yeah.
I never knew her name.
That's why Aisha getting no looks, because she's getting them all.
She got beef with the mom, the mother-in-law. That's a crazy house in playoff time right now. Imagine being there.
Yeah, because she wears the double jersey. She tries to get the best of both
Dell
worlds.
did too.
Did he?
Dell did last night for game 2.
He had Portland on the front, though.
Yes.
Steph on the back this time? Yeah, we
Yeah.
know how that went. Steph balling. Steph is really balling.
Well, just to recap, the Nuggets lost to the Blazers in 7 games. CJ McCollum had a great game. And the Game 6 Clay was in full effect in the Houston Warriors series, and that's why the Warriors won in Game 6 with no KD still.
Yeah, shout out to Clay. Clay
Game
had a
6 Clay.
great game. You thought Houston was winning that series, and I told you, remember who the Warriors are. Remember who them boys are. They're letting everybody know now.
All
Steph is reminding everybody.
Let me-
Is he not?
Yeah. Yo, can I cop some please real quick?
Copson, please. Sure.
Yeah, can I? All right.
Who you got?
I was thinking with my heart when I said Houston was supposed to win. That's because Houston, I just wanted them to, I thought they could do it.
I wanted James Harden to get, and
I wanted them
CP3.
to,
But
and I just
CP3 is annoying. Is he annoying now? Like, how? I ain't got no love for him right now. I mean, like, ain't nobody got love for him no more. I mean, they out. But
Yeah.
we wishful thinking, saying we wanted Houston. Wishful thinking.
Well, it was the most realistic. Like they should have did it last year.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that. And they do it in the regular season. Like they beat them. I know it's regular season playoffs, but they play with this. Like whenever they play each other, most of the time it's the same intensity.
Right. Warriors are a squad, though. They're a force.
Yeah, you're right. And
we don't have love for the Warriors.
Where do the Rockets go from there?
They gotta
Because they have a lot of things to deal with, I believe.
blow up some of that team. You
Well-
trading CP3?
Who's taking that contract? It's 4 years, 160,
Oof.
and he's 34 now.
Oof.
I
If you're-
can't.
If you're the Lakers, would you call him? Or is that too much money on the books?
That may be too much money, but who knows? Because the Lakers have a completely different thing going on, and the LeBron relationship is spurring that thought. I could see it. Like it's not.
It's
unreal.
not, it's not jumping off the page at you saying it's a good one.
I mean, 10 years too late, but go nuts if you want him now, right?
If you can get that salary in half, you taking him as if you're the Sixers? Yeah.
Oh, the Sixers.
Oh, yeah, you threw that in there at the end. Nah, but I mean, Chris Paul.
No,
They got Houston's got to figure out what to do. Daryl Morey will spice something up. Morey's an exciting GM. He knows what's good. Makes it happen. He was close. He was really close, but Warriors are still the Warriors.
See, that's the thing. Where do they go? Like, and then the Warriors are going to be different next year, most likely. But that you
How much
still lost to
different?
that team.
How much different?
Well, no KD.
That's about it.
Yeah,
They're trying to keep the whole rest of the crew
which
together.
is good. Different. I mean, that's now you're gonna. Now it's gonna be more fun because it's not like people. They're not gonna obliterate teams really
Right.
in the playoffs. Like as the series go on, I don't think. But it's just it's literally their brand of basketball without this looming factor of Kevin Durant this, Kevin Durant that.
But Steph is flying across the page right now. You see him moving. Steph is getting buckets right now. You see more of Steph with KD out.
Yeah, because the ball now it's only two guys who really, really need shots, in Steph and Clay. Steph is since we think Houston's future is unknown. Just to close that, the Warriors' future is pretty easy to see, and it's just of what used to happen with the Warriors. Just Steph and Clay dropping buckets. Like Clay had 30. No, Clay had 26 in game 1 or something. And then so did he had 26 last night in Game 2. Steph had 37 in Game 2, and he had like 31 or something in Game 1. It's just
they're great players, and Steph really is a baller. I can't hate him. Like I want to hate him for some reason, but I can't.
Because he helped ruin basketball in a way for certain people.
Definitely ruined basketball. I'm a LeBron guy, obviously. So
yeah, and not even like taking away from LeBron's like reign. I'm talking about the style of play.
Oh, the style. I mean, the whole
because now
running to the 3 line is just so
chucking.
Yeah, I mean, somebody on our Sixers never got that memo whatsoever, but I mean, the rest of the league did. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, because we don't have guys who chuck.
Yeah, Ben don't know how to ball.
Well, that's not the only person we were talking. We really don't have any. The Sixers didn't really have any shooters. Steph Curry. It's just to see what he would play like an MVP level again. It's kind of like the beginning of the season. Remember when he came out in the first month and a half?
Yeah,
he was dropping 30 every night, and now we're just seeing that. And Draymond is peak Draymond, sharing the ball and hitting shots. As we're rewatching Game 1 in the background, playing defense, doing Draymond things.
Boards, assists. He impacts the game on so many levels. He can have the ball in his hand a little more when he's cutting to the basket and he lays off the ball. I mean, he's really crushing the alley-oop game right now.
He always kills that.
How did they not realize that last night?
That
they just kept doing it. And then Myers Leonard, because Zach Collins did he foul out Zach Collins? Or he had 5 fouls. They had Leonard in, who is by no means as good as Zach Collins.
But he was playing great last night.
Couldn't keep up on defense.
Oh, offense he was doing well.
Yeah.
They took the price.
Yeah,
that's why part of the reason why they were in that game was his scoring. He had like double digits last night.
Who, Myers Leonard?
Yeah.
Myers Leonard. Well,
I mean, you're right. Because Zach Collins is tougher than Myers Leonard. I like him defensively.
Yeah, he's really...
I don't know how they didn't catch on. At least they caught on to the way to defend screens. Because in Game 1, they were sagging.
Mm-hmm.
Or people were just out of position. They were able to just turn the screen, put their shoulder to the basket, and square up. And that's basically a made shot every time when you got the greatest shooting backcourt of all time.
Yeah, they shoot that ball.
Shoot the lights out.
And these forwards really set good screens. Like Looney sets a lot of good screens for these guys.
They know exactly what they're doing.
They run to the corner before, and the screen's getting set before they even get to their spot, and the ball's just ready for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a brand of basketball that shows that they've been together. I mean, how many teams have been intact?
Well, how many guys are intact from the first finals team? Is that what you're speaking of, intact?
Well, in general, how many teams do you know are still have
multiple
guys
for
together?
multiple years?
I mean, you got three guys from starters. You got Iggy and Livingston that's basically been there the whole time, or they have been.
They have been.
Right?
So
that's 5. Bogut was in there in the beginning.
Back.
He's back. And
they have some teachable guys. The thing is with their roles that they have, it's it's teachable. All you gotta do is just have discipline.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the Warriors run this pick play a lot when somebody goes to fake a cut, and then they come back to screen for a shooter like Steph. They're cutting and then they come back and then it's a quick. It's all timing.
Oh, they're really
They're in sync.
They're really well. I mean, they've built a great chemistry that
It's a
no
machine.
other team.
It looks
can
like
match.
a machine.
Yeah.
It looks like, all right, this is it's like placing a quarter in something. Okay, this is going to come out.
What are you going to put your money on, a machine or a
I'm
basketball team?
I'm going to put money on the machine.
Yeah, because they just going to run it.
The Drago of the NBA.
Rocky IV, my favorite Rocky.
It's the most successful Rocky. I had an argument with Nikki. It wasn't the most successful one. That's all I was arguing. He's like...
Success? What's that based on?
Money-wise.
Oh,
and
box
most
office?
known and popular.
Yeah.
That is the most popular Rocky.
Yeah, I would say most people know that result, even though they know the story.
Russian.
They know the story of Rocky, but the Russian was.
It's
that
a
was
cultural
great.
type
I mean, going on
pop culture, big deal.
I love Rocky. Rocky is the most well-known Philadelphia sports figure.
So sad.
And
How cliche
and
we're talking about
fictitious.
Rocky on a podcast.
I know,
being
but
from
he's
Philly.
fictitious. And
Yeah.
he's the most well-known Philly sports person. Maybe that's Joel in a couple years. Can be. Win us a chip, boy.
Next year.
2020.
But yeah, I'm betting on the machine. I only bet against the machine because I wanted to see something different. And I honestly,
we all wanted something different. Obviously, something different's always good.
I thought the Rockets could have pulled it out if they just played their game better. Like they get into the Warriors. They play defense against them a different way than Portland did. Portland was sagging. You gotta rough them up. You gotta
be up on them.
You gotta touch them. You gotta move them.
Even if you foul them, it's okay.
Because it's not even physical. It's like mental. It's like, dude, I'm trying to run here, and he's making me run. Instead of running straight, I gotta make a little zig because I get moved to the right or the left.
You gotta know where their spots are on the court because I mean you see Steph take a lot of corner threes. He runs in that corner on this off the screen. Like know that that's happening. Like I can realize it. You
be
should
able
too.
to see it, yeah. As a basketball
But it's really,
player.
I mean, obviously it's easier said than done. Covering Steph is one of the hardest things in the NBA.
Yeah,
Because he just runs around for
hours.
38 minutes the entire game.
It feels
Whenever
like
he's
hours.
in, he's running every single minute.
They move great without the ball. That's the thing. They have a great guy who can't really do anything with the ball besides find you and pass. And then those other guys can do both. Like, it's really the craziest, like, it's really nuts. To think about Klay Thompson was, like, not even looked at one point in his career. Like, early on, people didn't know who Klay Thompson was.
Mm-hmm.
People knew Klay Thompson more for getting caught with weed at Washington State than, like, being...
He got caught?
He got, like, a little charge, not even something serious. I remember that story. I was like,
Oh,
wait,
I didn't know that.
you know that?
No, never,
Yeah, but
never
now-
heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, Washington State, shit.
And that's how I knew Klay Thompson. His dad played in the league.
Yes.
And it's just to think of like where they came from to now, like they like are truly great. That's why like I'm not even that butthurt about the Warriors. Like I'm not
butthurt either. I would like something new, but I'm not.
So
like,
would I.
I'm not like F them.
I just want to. I'm appreciative of greatness because like when this is done, it's gonna be crazy, and then I'll watch highlights and be like, yo, remember this? Like I kind of want to enjoy
we
it
saw
now.
the best shooter ever. I don't know if we'll ever see a better shooter than him.
We might. In time.
Time.
I mean, it took 20 years to say that about him. Because, well, no, not really. Because Ray Allen was probably the greatest shooter like
At that point,
10 years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Or no, not 10. That's too
Steph
close.
took that shit quick.
Yeah,
Steph in like his third or fourth year after being, finally shaking the injuries from his ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Bucket getter. Professional bucket getter, Steph Curry. His wife get no looks though, so.
All right.
Might be. All right.
Don't make her hear us.
Yeah.
She'll come at you.
Listen, if she hears us, that
That'd
might be
be
the best
awesome.
thing ever.
Might as well, flame us. I wish.
Do whatever. Put us on TMZ. Nah, we ain't getting on TMZ.
Put us on whatever. Anything you respond to us, we're going to mad hate and mad views.
We love you, Aisha. We really do. Nah, we don't.
Nah, Dante doesn't.
Nah, we don't.
I don't care.
What else we got?
We have some NBA news. We have the irrelevant.
Cleveland
Cavaliers
squad
hired John Beilein, former University of Michigan Wolverines basketball coach, to a 5-year deal. This is the first college coach, big name college coach to come to the league since Brad Stevens. I mean, we'll see how it works out. Way worse of a situation to walk into.
Yeah, I mean, were they anticipating a top 3 pick and then they slid?
I'm sure
that
Cleveland,
hurts.
I'm sure Cleveland, whenever they haven't had LeBron, they anticipate a top 3 play.
Yeah.
Right?
So what do they get? They got the 5th?
They have, 5th. So that's cool.
Not as good as being in the top 3 and having the percentages of potentially getting there, but,
To
we
build
saw,
on their best player is Colin Sexton.
I mean, whoever they drafted at 3 was going to be the best player, but now they
Yeah.
got the 5, so let's see if they can hit. Lakers are apparently interested in Garland, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
A lot of time for that. And you mean, number 1 pick, though, is the most exciting one.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to the Cavs hire. I thought that was noteworthy that they got a coach that we know of.
Yeah.
Porzingis getting into a fight in Latvia.
He was bloody.
How did he get bloody?
And he pushed the girl. Come on, bro. You can't help your cause? He already got in trouble once. Pushing the girl out of the way a little
He's
bit.
been in the news more for trouble than basketball since he's been traded.
I mean, he hasn't been able to talk on the court. That's why.
I mean, also, you're not supposed to be doing, like, sketchy and or illegal
Oh, yeah.
shit.
He shouldn't be doing this shit.
Or getting caught doing it.
Yeah.
Either one.
The fighting.
How do you get bloody?
The fighting is so he got a chair thrown at him.
Oh.
Bro, you got a chair thrown at you, you're going to bleed.
I was only asking.
He's mad though. He's mad. He was big
No,
mad in the video. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Big mad. Yeah.
I was asking because of the logistics. He's 7'3".
Yeah, how do you get up
How do
there
you
and
swing
hit him?
up?
Gotta hit a bottle. Only a bottle might.
How do you swing up and then on the way down you not get touched?
Yeah, it's chair got thrown at him.
Yeah, from like
He was pissed.
like Allen Iverson bowling alley style. That wasn't even thrown. He got that. Whoever that was swung it. I don't know if it was AI or not.
AI got no involvement with that. All right, Bubba Chuck got nothing to do with that.
Bubba Chuck don't have anything to do with that. Dude. Why? Like, what are you doing in Latvia?
That's his home city, bro.
I get that,
Home
but
country.
like, or what are you doing like out like, aren't you supposed to be moving a little smarter?
I mean, everybody knows who he is when he walks in there,
Yeah.
right? Because that's his country.
I think I'm doing the stereotypical, like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I'm trying to police a famous person or a person with money. Like, it's just that you are a target. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But he isn't like that type of country. Isn't like first world type of ish. You know what I'm saying? So like that to them, you could throw a chair and that dude ain't gonna get arrested, or that dude, or there's might be some shady dudes that did it. You know. But it wasn't just a straight shot. Like, let me throw this chair at him. I'm gonna get away with it, no problem. Like, it was all finesse move by people. It was orchestrated. People for some reason don't like him or what. He's maybe put a shade over.
are you speculating?
Speculating.
Okay.
Of course. What do we do on a podcast?
Yeah, we just put paint on the canvas, on the blank
But
canvas.
like, I mean, like, what when I look at it, what do I see? I see a dude that probably shamed his country by getting in trouble with all this shit in New York, and him coming there. People being mad at some shit. He looks like a dope.
That's a real insult, too. Shaming your country in certain places. Like,
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, that's like real. Some countries are real religious
You're
out
more
there.
worldly than I am, so I think you
I don't know nothing about that country. That's the only problem. Like I said, I am speculating. I should maybe be a little more informed than what I'm saying, but
We didn't have the time to look up
You know?
Latvia.
Anthony Gargano and Angelo Catali don't either sometimes. They
Some of
sometimes say what they want.
Yeah, we don't need to know about Latvia to talk about Latvia.
Yeah.
That's the thinking. I just think it's just crazy to see that. Like, but you got caught like with a rape like allegation in New York City, and then you're fighting in Latvia.
See, I don't know how much he was fighting though.
He got bloody. I don't care, yo.
He got
was
bloody.
mad. Somebody went
Big
after
man.
him. All right, so if we didn't see the video and he got thrown a chair at, and they were still in the same quarters, you don't think he was running after that dude to beat the fuck out of him because he got a chair thrown at
My
him?
problem is, why aren't other people with him that could go crack that dude for him? You got to have a posse
gotta have
if
a
you're
fall guy.
Porzingis. You got to have a posse with you. You got to have a whole crew.
Yeah, because
You can't have one person standing there.
because you're worth more than
the whole
everybody
city.
involved.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe he's still
Something was off there. Why is he by himself? You know?
It's weird. Certainly weird.
Joel Embiid, I saw him last year out at a bar. The dude had like 15 people with him. Kristaps Porzingis shouldn't be that much different.
All right, I'm with you.
Especially in your home country. You're telling me you don't
A
have
place
extra
where
people going with
they
you?
They especially all know you there.
All of them.
Maybe in New York City he could have got away with. Some people might not know Porzingis because
Bruh.
it's a big city.
In New York City?
It's a big city. Some
It
people
is
don't watch
big.
basketball.
There's a lot of people, yeah.
It's
But-
just who's this 7'3" guy?
Yeah,
that's all
true.
they're thinking. Like, this guy's tall.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you do? Somebody.
He's a... So they busted him out of there.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a sketchy situation. It's not good for what, just for the look of Kristaps
Mavs aren't
Porzingis.
thrilled.
Definitely not. More NBA troubles. Rolling Loud was last weekend, I think, in Miami. Josh Jackson got arrested for trying to go into the VIP area multiple times without a pass. And I work stuff like that. You need a pass to go everywhere. You need credentials to say you're allowed here.
But what's the extra cost? Josh Jackson could pay that.
Maybe he.
What was he, a 5th overall pick? What was he?
4th.
4th.
Maybe he lost his credential and he was like, "Y'all just saw me. What's up?"
I am Josh Jackson.
Yeah, that's funny. He definitely pulled that one out.
I score 11.5 points a season. Get at me.
You think he was drunk?
What? Of course.
Think he was high?
Is he 21? He just turned 21?
20, 21. Yeah, around that area.
I'm not going to get into if he was high. I don't know.
You can speculate that.
D'Angelo Russell gets lit, apparently.
Apparently. It's like contraband inside contraband.
Yeah, but
I mean, hey, Josh Jackson doesn't have a big ego because he tried multiple times to get in the VIP. Yo, the girl he wanted was over there.
Is that what's the story?
I'm speculating. Why do you think he was trying so hard? What's he trying so hard to get back into the VIP area rolling loud?
That might be it. Might be a girl he was looking at.
Brittany Renner was there. I don't know about in VIP, but she was there.
She was probably in the VIP. I put my money on it.
All right.
She's with it.
She's a looker, for sure. You won't pay attention. But everybody was paying attention Tuesday night for the draft lottery.
Woo-wee!
Zion Williamson is super disappointed. The lottery, New Orleans Pelicans got it.
That stirs the pot. What happens with AD?
The first pick, yeah.
Gotta be a question now.
There's gotta be a question. We can go into we'll get into it. I just want to read the order of the first 14 picks. New Orleans number 1, Memphis 2, Knicks 3rd, Lakers 4th, Cavs 5th, Suns 6th, Bulls 7th, Hawks 8th, Wizards 9th, Hawks 10th, Minnesota 11th, Charlotte 12th, Miami 13th, Boston 14th, from Sacramento, from Philadelphia.
Besides New Orleans and Memphis making that like bandits, the Lakers gotta feel damn good about themselves.
Yeah, I would say so. Even in like a weaker draft, like I don't know, like the first 3 picks I think are pretty set in stone.
Yeah, they're pretty clear.
Maybe a shuffle of who it is where. Maybe just with the top 2. I think RJ Barrett's not moving past 3rd, personally. And then John Morant and Zion are the first 2. And then other than that, it's weird. I don't know that much. Like
Darius Garland, Romeo Langford. There's some names that follow. 4
they're
and
all
5.
freshmen. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're young cats.
I think that's like,
Vandy Boy.
It was cool at first because those freshmen were like really good.
They're studs.
A lot of the guys, but they weren't studs in college.
John's a sophomore.
Who?
John Morant's a sophomore.
No, I know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about Zion, but he was.
We knew about him since he was a young buck. Yeah.
RJ Barrett.
I knew about him since he was a junior in high school.
But I know about him too late. I did my due diligence on him.
Mm-hmm.
Romeo Langford. I did enough. Like I watched some guys scouting videos, and I'm gonna have to do more research. But it's like, I think the freshman pool, like since everybody's a freshman, basically that gets drafted in the lottery, it's like it depletes the lottery because it's like I only watched 1 year of you at this big time level. Like maybe not everybody's suited to do 1 year there and just be like, all right, I'm at the NBA. Like you may have the talent, but it doesn't mean your game is suited for it. And the only good part about that is that you get drafted the shitty team, so they're gonna give you.
Yeah, but now chances. This new thing, it kind of shakes it up. A lot more people have better odds. I mean, I think tanking is over. I don't think you could tank anymore the same way you used to. Mediocre apparently is in. Is what I've been hearing. Mediocre is in. The Pelicans were a mediocre squad.
Yeah, they had 33 wins.
I mean, like they got Zion Williamson. 33 wins.
Well, we don't know if they got.
They got the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Which in my opinion means they got him. Okay.
You saw how disappointed he was, right?
Yeah, he had
what he must have been. I think he was just. I think he might have been baffled as well.
But the same with the Lakers. Like, come on, they weren't horrible. They were bad.
The same amount of wins as the Pelicans.
But look, they got the 4th pick.
And they still have LeBron. So
and Lonzo's going to be healthy. And Brandon Ingram's one of the better players in isolation ball. Love it or hate it, that's a fact. So, slowly, maybe we'll see. I mean, obviously, free agency, LA is LA. Bang, bang. Let's get a little squad now.
Yeah.
The league wants LA to do well, bro. The league wants New York to do well.
I know what the league wants because it just makes sense. It's like it makes too much sense. That's why it's not happening currently. Like,
bro, I want the Lakers to do well.
Look, do you? Because of Bron, right?
Of course, Bron.
So that's why. If Bron wasn't on the Lakers, you'd be like, nah. You wouldn't want them to do anything.
No, only because of Bron.
Okay. And the Knicks, I don't want to do anything, to be honest. They're going to do something. I'm just sick of it. I hate the way New York overreacted on Twitter, and so Stephen A. Smith. Oh, we got there so many times.
They still got the 3rd. They could have been out of there.
Yeah.
They're the only team out of the three that were still in it.
Yeah.
Cavs and who else? Cavs and
Hawks.
Hawks were supposed to be in
No,
there.
Cavs, Bulls, and Suns. Yeah, those were the.
Bulls weren't it. Bulls
But
were
they
following.
they had a great chance.
They had a great chance, but the top
Those-
three weren't supposed to be that three.
Exactly.
So they made
the
out.
best chance.
So Knicks, stop bitching. R.J. Barrett is a good player.
RJ Barrett is probably going to be.
The best NBA player out of the three, in my opinion. In terms of what accolades look like. I don't know what you think, but energy-wise,
he's
someone
too-
brings...
He's too good one-on-one. Like, he actually has the most, like, easy to transfer game to the NBA.
But how he plays with potentially Kyrie and KD might be different. But at the same time, let's just be excited that you got the third overall pick and you're going to get somebody like R.J. Barrett on your squad. That's good. That's a great start for what your team currently looks like, no matter if anybody comes or not.
And their team still looks decent. Like, it's,
Oh my gosh.
it's not decent, but it's like
I'm okay with our most recent past two draft picks.
things are looking up.
Things are looking up finally.
That's what I will say.
So-
Things are looking up. And I don't like how the overreaction, I'll say that word again because I can't think of any other words, of New York media and fans and people saying that, oh, the Knicks, it was part joking and part serious. Like, it was part joking and part pity.
For sure.
And, like, your season and your team doesn't weigh just on Zion. It may feel like it does because everybody's just saying this is the draft for Zion, which, I hate. I just don't like it.
You don't like seeing it like
it's
pointed
just-
like that?
I don't think he is, like, high, head and shoulders, like, the greatest player in this draft. Like,
Sells tickets. He has
that's
a high motor.
and
He'll play
jumps
pretty
out
good
the
defense.
gym.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He jumps out the gym, and
Might be.
that's all right. And it's just so popcorn, like it's so easy to
You're gonna
attract
go
someone
for
dunks.
But he's likable as well.
I know. He's just not like the best well-rounded player. A person I don't like his game like that. Like he's bulkier baby Julius Randle right now. His game.
Yeah.
He's just way more athletic. I
Way
would say
more.
that.
And
He's bigger. But
Yeah.
that's body.
jumps out of the gym like you said, and he's likable. That's huge for a franchise, especially someone that has had AD. You know, they're gonna be happy to see somebody that smiles, shows up to a game, and is ready to play. I think he'll come and play for any team he plays for.
They're
I don't
trading
think
AD though. Why would you want
AD
Julius
still wants
Randle,
out.
Julius Randle Jr. and AD on the court together at the same time? They would
you
never
still
play.
pick best player.
I just think you get Zion and then you trade AD.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to trade AD.
'Cause
They don't want to. David Griffin made out like a bandit.
He doesn't want to. I know.
They don't want to. I wouldn't want to, but you know, AD puts him in a tough spot.
He
They got to get
made-
some value now. What
he
can you
made
get?
his- for AD?
Yeah.
You can get a couple first-round picks and, like, a couple legit players back. Like, young or old, whatever you decide to do. So, like, if AD goes to the Knicks, like the new rumor is, you could probably get back Kevin Knox, 2 first-rounders, and I would ask for somebody like...
And this third. They're going to need this third plus 2 other rounders.
You're
gonna need to,
That's a
bro.
little greedy, though. But I would do it.
And you need to know what that pick ends up being.
Yo.
That's why people like doing the immediate trade of this year's draft and getting that third overall pick
So
feels
you
better.
see- yeah.
Because next year that
Result.
Knicks pick ain't shit with
Mm-hmm.
KD and Kyrie in there. Ain't nothing.
All right, I got you. So they could really make out like gangbusters if they
And
draft
just-
Zion and then just draft RJ Barrett third, if they want to, they could, or they
Yeah.
could flip that for someone
apparently
else.
they tried to. That was a thought because bring 2 guys that like playing with each other, young cats trying to build a new culture there. But
So that's what you do. You do, I guess, 2 first-rounders and Kevin Knox and maybe like Damian Dotson.
maybe even
Something
some
like
new
that.
shit coming out now says that AD might go to the Suns. I saw something about that. They got a high draft pick. You can get some young talent out there.
You trying? What are you trying to get Devin Booker back?
No, they
that's
can't.
right.
What are you nuts? What are you nuts?
What are you asking for? You trying to get DeAndre Ayton off their hands?
That would be good.
Because they're not going to play with each other,
Can't have both of them now. One's better than the other.
and one's a liability on defense. We know which one that is.
Yeah.
The young one.
I mean, I mean, Anthony Davis is the top 6 player in the league, so got to give him that benefit of the doubt.
That's crazy.
Is he not?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Come on.
I take a handful of guys before Anthony Davis.
Okay, give me 5 of them.
I take Steph Curry before Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I take Kawhi Leonard before Anthony Davis. I take Embiid before Anthony Davis.
You're taking Embiid before
Yes.
Anthony Davis. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yes.
One's healthy.
The other one isn't that healthy either.
I
You got
know,
like-
I know,
you
I
got
know.
like the brow has such a clean bill of health. There's 3. I take Kevin Durant before him.
Okay.
I take LeBron before him. I take James Harden before him. I take Giannis before him.
All right, that's enough out of you. That's where you got to stop your
That's
list.
8.
Damn.
That was 8 people I said.
He's a good-ass player, though. You love him on the Sixers, though.
Would I?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Without Embiid, with Embiid,
Buy Embiid?
like both of them playing side by side.
No Embiid.
Oh,
Ben and AD.
that'd be cool. I mean, yeah, that'd be a lot different. It'd be a lot more fun run and gun.
Yeah.
Like-
And Joel's got to do something because I'm coming to the point where I'm concerned with his injuries and his body and how many years he got left of it because, like, if you're going to put everything into your franchise into him, which they have up to this point, he's got to be able to produce 4 years down the line.
They have probably one more contract with him.
Oof. You feel that way? You think he'll go somewhere else?
I mean, that's what you're sounding like. Oh, I'm talking about his health.
His health, yeah, strictly from health.
That's what it sounds like you're saying. We were talking about the draft lottery. How do we get into that? Because we were talking about AD getting moved.
Yeah.
What else would that? There's Atlanta really made out too. I think Atlanta's the sleep winner of this.
What, having...
8 and 10, and they draft. They know what they're doing.
You think they know what they're doing? You like their current 3 young guys they have?
Trae Young, John Collins, and
White boy, shooter, Hoyter.
oh yeah, what? I wanted the Sixers to get Kevin Hurt last year. Yeah, he's a really good shooter. He torched the Sixers.
Yeah, he did. He really gave us the sauce.
Yeah, what? He's pulling up.
So those 2 picks are good. They might even get like a bowl, take a shot at something because they can.
Something crazy.
They can while they're young. Why not? Take a shot at it now. They're not going to be good this year. They're not.
They might make a jump. Who knows?
A little jump, but like you're still
They
going to
might
be a
be
mediocre
They
squad.
might be the Nets.
Bro, a mediocre squad gets you the first seed and gets you Zion these days. As long as you're in the lotto.
Yeah, as long as you're in the lotto.
Really? Could have been the Kings though.
Wish it was the Kings.
Yeah,
How sick
that
would
would
that
be
be?
nuts.
If the Sixers got the first pick, what are you doing with the first pick?
Why you ask questions you know the answer to?
You're drafting Zion?
Yeah, you got to.
Why?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
Well, you take him. You take him and run.
What do you do?
You sell jerseys, bro. Sixers
I
sell
flipped
jerseys.
Zion for real.
What?
I flipped Zion probably for somebody crazy.
Who's crazy?
Who could you flip Zion for? Let me think of some star players. No, I don't think you can flip.
You
Nah,
can't.
nobody values him like that yet. I just feel like the hype you could probably finagle it out of somebody. I
mean,
guess you take
teams would
Zion.
love to trade, but you got to take that. You can't. You know, people look back.
I would
and-
take John Morant.
Come on, bro.
Just
Come on, bro.
fit wise, and I think if like you have a guy who that can't really shoot and is left-handed and is crazy athletic, like
You figure out. You figure it out.
you gotta figure it out again.
Again, that's what
all Brett
deal
Brown
with
did
it.
last year was
That's
figure
what-
it out.
Yeah, well,
That's all he did last year.
get used to it because it's going to be tough to keep both these free agents plus a bench. So Brett's going to have to do some finagling again.
All right.
Players are going to have to work with each other, though, more. That's a big thing. I think you're going to have to see Joel and Ben working together somehow. They got no Markel Fultz story this summer, so, coming into less drama. Sixers had so much drama last year, from Colangelo and everything. So this summer, maybe they could just focus on themselves, not as much. Get Jimmy, try to get Tobias for the right price, and start working.
Good. We're stating the obvious.
I mean, but that's fair.
No, that is fair. Somehow we just wind up at the Sixers.
Of course.
Free agency.
That's our squad.
Free agency changed 6 hours. Like from July 1st at midnight to June 30th at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And made headlines. I don't know how much of a big deal that is.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference. They still finesse. You know how many deals are come through with 1201, remember?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
They got them ready.
They already finessed. Yeah.
It's ready to hit the trigger. That's
Hey.
what they're ready to do.
Little middle child insert right there. No.
Yeah, maybe. If you caught it. Terry Rozier, sounding off on the Celtics.
As he should.
Basically, he pretty much said he pretty much did a press run saying I should have been used better on the Celtics.
Which I agree. I hope you feel that way as well.
Well, yeah, just based off of last year, he said some interesting things. Said he sacrificed his talent to play with Gordon and Kyrie. You feel that is factual?
That's a weird statement. I just feel that they really wanted Hayward to work out. And that came at the expense of a lot of other things.
Which means somebody had to sacrifice something.
Right.
Willingly or unwillingly.
Right.
He definitely did it willingly because he liked playing there. He got drafted there.
Buying into the Celtics.
And they tried to make it work.
You look at the Celtics, it's a great organization, which it is.
And on paper, it sounded like they should have won the NBA Finals this year.
You thought it was going to work out because you have a great coach and a great group of people. But it doesn't always work like that. Brad Stevens said it best before the season started. A lot of people think we're better than we actually are. Remember that when they said that?
Mm-hmm.
We saw it.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. He had some foresight, but he was just being real. Because people think it was going to be just like it's 2K. You can just control what they're doing.
Yeah, Marcus Morris wants to come back. Al Horford wants to come back on some cheap deals. Some guys do want to come back. I don't think you're going to see the star back, though, which will be good. Kyrie Irving ain't going to be there, so maybe Rozier will stay.
But he says he might have to leave to really...
If things aren't changed. If Kyrie's gone, that's a change. That's a motherfucking change.
Yeah, to fulfill his shoes of what he can do
he
on
needs
the
to
court.
Be a starter or a six-man.
Yeah, he needs to play major minutes for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever way you starting off the bench. It was interesting. He said on Get Up on Mike Greenberg because he did an ESPN press run about how much he wasn't valued by the Celtics.
He really came at him. Yeah.
This year was not fun.
Danny Ainge must have been so pissed.
Who knows? Who knows what they were talking about when they were probably watching and saying. I had long meetings about that probably.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah, Rozier got to watch that mouth, protect the brand.
But he's a free agent. He doesn't have to.
He's a free agent, I guess. So you're right.
He said what he wants. He said in practice that they had a game plan. Then when the game would happen, it'd be a different 5. So I thought that was interesting that it would work in practice, with that game plan. Then when the game would come, he said somehow the game plan would get mixed up, or it just wouldn't work, or no, it got mixed up.
They were trying to fulfill a lot of things. Trying to make Gordon Hayward work was a big issue. A lot of money went into him. No money went into Terry Rozier, just. You know what I'm saying? So what's that matter to them?
Because winning brings money more than anything.
I agree.
If the Celtics win this year and Gordon Hayward has to sacrifice and Kyrie has to sacrifice a bit more for the betterment of the guys around them and they win, then who cares?
But Brad Stevens is in cahoots and is in bed with Gordon Hayward because they have a long history together. So, at the heart of all this issue is I feel that. So, and Kyrie can't be the best part of the team to win a championship.
Yeah, we know that.
So,
that's the best coach in the league apparently, second best coach in the league. Somebody's in bed with someone to the detriment of their team, basically. Tried to make it work, it didn't. When what was he trying to cater to Gordon Hayward, to run some offense through him, a lot?
Something they were blinded. He was blinded. There was things that I would have done differently. You know, you need to give more minutes to the two of them, Brown and Tatum. More than there to get. Hayward ain't ever going to return to his level. You know, I know they say, oh, well, Paul George took a while to get back to his level and then some, but Gordon Hayward is not Paul George.
Yeah.
For anyone that didn't know.
I can't see it happening either. And the Lakers, last but not least, the Lakers are having a lot of trouble. They had a rally to get rid of, what's her name? Linda Rambis, wife of Kurt Rambis, former coach of the Lakers.
What is she doing?
She is the executive director of special projects at the Lakers.
And she's that much of an issue?
I don't know, dude. There was a fake rally. There was like
Lakers are
35
whack,
people
bro.
there.
They think that they should be given so much.
The fans.
The fans.
Yeah, I agree with you. They seem entitled.
For what reason? Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
And they were used to that.
Kobe Bryant, Shaq, and then if their parents were Lakers fans or people older than them, Magic, Kareem.
But they just got LeBron
Like-
James this past year, and they were not satisfied. And a lot of people came out and said LeBron had a bad season. Go look at his numbers.
No, he didn't have a bad season. It's
Dummies.
LeBron.
He
You
just
can't.
didn't play that many games.
I
because
think
he was hurt.
LeBron is incapable of having a bad season.
Yeah.
I can't see that. There's a lot of things going on. Jeannie Buss is still the owner. They were trying to get rid of Linda Rambis or Kurt Rambis, one of the two. I know they wanted one of the Rambises out, and maybe I should have read more. But I was just like, this rally is dumb. That was my
That
first
rally
thought.
was stupid.
What do you rallying for?
Now they get the fourth pick. See what happens to these? They cry and they get what they want.
You think they were crying for the fourth pick?
No, of course not. But I mean, they got lucky. Fourth is great for where they were at.
Yeah, hopefully they shut up, and they said
They will
"Oh,
never shut up. That team will never shut up. If you
This-
gave me LeBron James, I'll shut up. They don't though because they're entitled.
Yeah, because they won so many times. But but it's been the longest reign of Lakers failure in forever. I've made the playoffs in 5-6 years.
Crazy.
It's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. You don't understand how much I like it. Just because I don't like their fans. They just, like you said, they're entitled. And they don't appreciate who they had before. Like, they only have the ability to appreciate Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaq. Like, no one now. Or even when on that Kobe Bryant team, like Shannon Brown or
Shannon Brown,
Yeah.
dunker boy over here.
Pau Gasol, even the second best player on your team. Andrew Bynum when he was healthy and not an asshole.
Lamar.
Lamar Odom, like Jordan Farmar, even.
Oh, shout out to Jordan. Luke Walton. No, I'm playing.
But it's such. The Lakers have become so much of like a TV show or like a movie
Yeah.
because it's just a bunch of twists and turns, and we're still supposed to care
We will always care
when there's no
because
results.
it's L.A.
I'm on the Clippers bandwagon. I care about the
Oh,
Clippers way
my
more.
God.
What? Just they're producing, and they got a couple of my favorite players in the league.
Who you like that?
Lou
Yeah.
Landry.
Oh my gosh, Landry.
I really like Montrezl Harrell. I like his energy.
Gallinari. No, I'm playing.
Gallinari,
He's a good
one
player.
of the two only Italian players in the NBA.
Really?
Him and Bellinelli.
Yep.
So
Damn.
Yeah.
Gotta
The
get some more
Lakers-
Italian guys out there.
it's
Gotta
just
work
a
on my
bunch,
jump
It was
shot.
a bunch of dorks rallying to rally. That's what I think.
Yeah, that whole thing was, it was just unnecessary.
I know. That's talking about it's unnecessary. Honestly, the Lakers need to make a move.
Yeah, I can't give you no more satisfaction, Lakers fans. Travis, if you're listening, screw the Lakers.
Well, on that note, you got anything else to say to the people?
This is our longest pod.
Yeah, probably.
We are in studio together. We're sitting here. Longest ever. No, we're chilling. Jet always listens. I'm sure Jets will have some criticism for us.
Yeah,
Always got something to say. Hopefully he says Steph's a bitch.
he definitely will.
And F the Raptors. So I'll finish off with my prediction for both series. I'll say the Golden State series goes 5 games. And I think the Bucks series goes 6, even though it shouldn't.
Okay.
And I think they're way better and should beat them in 4, but it'll go 6. What do you got?
I'll do my predictions too. Yeah, I think the Warriors will win in 5. I want them to lose in 6.
Yeah.
Just to see something, or at least want it to go 6 or 7. Losing would be like ideal, but just to see the Blazers bring it back home and then just a little volleyball of wins until Game 7, it'd be cool. But I got Warriors in 5, and I got the Bucks in 6. Because I think Toronto will nab both games at home.
Both.
They're both games at home. Yeah, they're a good home team.
Yeah.
So,
Damn it.
I'll go with that. This has been the Outlet Pass Podcast. You can follow us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Just type in the Outlet Pass Podcast. You could subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, like, repost, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. The Twitter and Instagram, you can follow the Outlet Pass Podcast on Instagram, pass_podcast on Twitter, me_JD Virgilio on Twitter and Instagram. That's where you can find us. Hit us up. We want to hear what you think as well. This has been the Outlet Pass Podcast, the ball being our opinions, and we're passing it out to you. Peace.